Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. I'm here with my friend Dennis, fresh out of Russia. He's one phenomenal guy. He's now visiting other countries, and he's also started blogging. So I figured have him talk to me for a little bit. As an American, I want to kind of share, the perspective of the younger Russian population regarding, the current conflict in Ukraine. Obviously, it's a political issue, and we don't want to dig too deep into, this kind of situation because it can get tricky when you talk about conflicts around the world. So we're just gonna kind of have you guys, experience how the Russian younger population think in general, how they, see the world and how they want to interact with people that are foreign in other countries. They want to make friends too. So Dennis, thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. So tell me a little bit about Russia. What part of Russia are you from?
I'm originally from south part of Russia. It's actually my city where I was born. It's like 30 kilometers by border with Ukraine, and my parents live there nowadays. But lately I have been living in St. Petersburg like for 3 years.
Excellent. So tell us, how do Russians feel about America? Like in general, like do they like Americans? How do they watch American movies? Listen to American songs?
Yeah, it's actually interesting questions because I think, in my opinion, it depends on agency.
Right.
It's sad, but then people older in Russia is like they more not like hate,
Right.
but don't like the USA.
Sure.
A little bit. But speaking about young people,
Right.
all of them don't have nothing to say.
Right.
Some negative about the USA. It's
Sure.
a great country with some problems as in Russia, and it's okay.
Well, it's very nice of you to say that, America is a good country, even though, there's a lot of conflict going on around the world. But we're not going to deal about that. Let's talk about you learning English. You're so good in your English language skills. So tell us a little bit about you. How did you learn English?
Thank you for compliment. I learned English. Actually, I have been learning English maybe for 5 years. But
Okay.
I don't know. I think I still awful in English. I learned it because I just want to make friends with from foreign countries. I just to be part of this big world. I want to travel. I want to speak with people from a lot of countries, and English it's the most popular language for do. I think.
Wow,
That's why.
that's amazing. So Russian people are just like everybody else. They want to meet other people from foreign countries. They, enjoy interacting with, foreigners, and they're like here. We're currently in Romania, and you see him, interacting with me. He just met me just a few minutes ago, and now we're making friends, simultaneously. So tell us a little bit more about, your aspiration. Where do you see yourself in the next 5-10 years from now? What would you like to do?
I don't know. Actually, I with my wife, we like. It's sad because we would like to live in Russia and maybe make our future in this country, but nowadays we don't know what is the future if you will be in country.
Right.
It's scary for us, and it's actually it's hard to explain, but we still haven't decided what country would we like
Just live it.
to live it, yeah,
Right.
and what should we do for it? Now we are living in Cyprus, and my wife have a job there, and it's okay for us. we have some opportunities for traveling because we live there, but we don't know because our parents in Russia, a lot of my friends like stay in Russia, and
So it's very difficult on both sides. Obviously, people are suffering regardless of their nationality. So what would you like for the world to know as far as you as a Russian citizen regarding your overall inspiration? Just like anybody else, if you were in America and you were in America and you want to have a good family situation, stability, and be able to provide for your family. And so it's not any different than any other people, regardless of your, country of origin or citizenship. What motivates you to tell the world about your life? What made you want to share your life story with the other people?
I think I want that people to see that a lot of people in Russia actually it's a good people. A lot of them now just can't say that they want to say, and it's actually like that. And maybe a lot of them
Are taking caution. They're cautious. They don't want to express their feelings openly.
yeah, because it's actually dangerous nowadays in
Yeah,
Russia.
absolutely.
And it's dangerous for us. When I was in Russia, I actually like thinking what should I write something in social media or not,
Right.
because it's dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely.
And of course, because of this, people can say a lot of things, but I want to show that in people, actually a lot of good people and my friends who absolutely don't support this situation, like, and
That's very inspirational for you to
just
say.
like it's like two sides, of course, in
Right.
every conflict. And
Absolutely.
we have it also. It's hard to explain what I feel.
I understand what you mean. So basically, in the West, most of us aren't getting access to both sides of the story. We're only inundated with what's going on the Western part of this conflict. We're not really getting access to the population, the Russian population. So I am very, honored that you're willing to share your life story with us. Because most Americans don't get access to that kind of information, the personalized, story of somebody that is from that part of the world that never had access to people from the West, specifically in the U.S. So I appreciate your bravery and confidence in making a difference in this world, because I believe your story will resonate. I appreciate you talking to me and sharing your motivation to inspire the world about your story, because like you said, there are a lot of Russians that are good people. There are a lot of them,
Yeah.
but until the Western media in America acknowledges that there are a lot of good Russian people coming out of your mouth, I am truly honored and inspired that you're willing to share your story. What message would you like to share with the rest of the world regarding, let's say after the conflict, where do you see Russia being? Like what kind of country you want Russia to be looked at?
I hope some days my country where I was born maybe just can be the part of a big world as a lot of great countries as this country as Cyprus where we live now. I just want this. I just want opportunity for my friends who stay there that they have opportunity for traveling, for sharing their opinion without any consequences with this. It's It's just what I want.
So you want a country and a society that is open and visible, transparent, so that everyone in Russia and the rest of the world would know that there is two sides to this story with this conflict, and it's important that we listen to the story of both sides, not just one side. And ultimately, you want stability in your country, you love your country, you're Russian, you love your people, you want everybody to have access to the same opportunities as everybody else around the world, which is not bad to aspire to. You know, Russians are people too, and I believe that at the end of the day, we're all human beings, right? We're all people, and we all need to support each other and try to end conflicts that ends, you know, disastrously. You know, it destroys a lot of lives. And so thank you so much for joining us on our video blog. That is a really pleasure to meet you. Let's keep in touch. If you ever need anything, I'll give you my contact information. Let's keep in touch online, on WhatsApp, and on YouTube email. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us, folks. Follow and subscribe and like us on Facebook, faceconomicsTV. And also I'm going to share Dennis's link to some of his campaign, so you can like his YouTube channel as well. So we're going to collaborate and inspire the world to listen to the Russian story. You know, me, I'm based in Washington, D.C. I hear a lot of these issues that affects American and affects the way that we think regarding this conflict, but we never have had a chance to share the sides of the Russians, and we want to be able to share that with the rest of the world to be fair to them, fair and balanced. You know, in America, we believe in being fair and balanced. We want to be balanced, and this guy here is going to be an inspiration not just to the Russians, but around the world, specifically in America. We're going to try to bring him to the U.S. so Americans would know that a Russian young guy wants to make a difference with his voice peacefully. That's so inspiring. It's truly an honor for me to meet you.
Thank you so much.
You take care. Thank you, folks.